Hi there. I got something to tell you. The well-known and very well used and most efficient way to work with JavaScript in FileMaker has now gotten even better, and I'm excited to share it with you. Let's get started. Hey everyone, it's Jeremy here, or JB, and I'm here to share with you some exciting updates that I've made to the JS Dev environment. These updates that I'm about to share come from the community in office hours, in talking with other people. Good ideas have been generated, and so I've been able to put it into the system, into the environment, and I want to share that with you now. The purpose of this update is to make it so much easier for you to deploy a widget to a file that already has widgets in it. That was a concern or a confusion point for many people, is how can I use the environment, many different repositories, and target the same file? Well, let's take a look at how I've made that a no-brainer and very easy to look to and very easy to work with. Here we go. Inside of the JS Dev environment, we have everything like normal, but we have a new file called the widget.config.js. This widget.config.js file holds an object that defines this widget and the file that it's trying to target. So in this case, I have a widget name of JSDev, and I have a file of JSDev, and that's exactly what you're used to. When you first get this template, you get the code base, the repository, and you get the FileMaker file, just a blank file ready for you to do your magic in. This is what defines this widget. It defines it here, but it also defines it in FileMaker. Let's take a look at FileMaker and see how this is used to define a widget. Over here in FileMaker, we have the same HTML table, but this time we have a new field in there called name. This name field defines the widget and matches up with the one that's in the VS Code. So this is the name field, and over here, the widget name is JSDev. So these two match, okay? When we do the work with the widget in VS Code and we're ready to deploy it, this is the widget, this is the record that will get targeted. So all you have to do when you first get a widget is define it by giving it a name and giving it a file target. Once you're ready to deploy, the server and the upload script properties will do what they're normally been doing and get it into the file correctly. Okay, so this should be very simple. This is all you have to do when you're working with the JSDev environment. And this will ensure that you can upload this to a file that already has widgets in it, and you won't have a problem. Let's take a look back at FileMaker and see the script that the upload to HTML script that I've updated. Over here in FileMaker, the script that runs is called upload to HTML, and it pretty much does the same thing that it's been doing before, except for now, one of the parameters that come in is the widget name. And that, of course, you saw is defined here. Pretty cool, huh? The FileMaker script, when it is triggered from the code, will open up the HTML layout. It will try to find this widget record by putting the name, the widget name that's coming in into the name field. If it finds it, great. If it doesn't, it will create a new record with that widget name, right? And then it just does what it normally does, and there we go. So this is simple, and you don't have to do much with this. You won't have to touch this ever again. In the past, I have suggested that people duplicate this script and change the name of it over here so that widget A would run one script in FileMaker and widget B would run another script in FileMaker, and that just was too confusing. So now the upload to HTML script can stay the same, and it will handle every single widget, every single repository that you throw at it. All right, let's see this in action here. Back over here in FileMaker, I've got this one widget named JSDev, and I'm just going to delete this record. And this is exactly how it would work in FileMaker, where when you create your own HTML table, you don't have any records. I'm going to work in my terminal and run that deploy command. npm run deploy to fm. And watch what happens. Here's the magic. There we go. The JSDev widget has been added, and you can see the new record behind, and it's ready to go. Awesome. Now, let's just pretend for a moment that the repository there on the right is a different widget. It is my charting widget. Okay, so this is the charting widget. Let's see what happens after I save this. I've done all the work to code the widget, the chart as I want, and now I can run that command again. So I'll do that again. And now it says that chart has been added. So the name of the widget has been added, and we can see that it's right there. So now I have two distinct widgets. This repository here will only target this record. Does that make sense? I think I've explained that. All right. Back over in FileMaker, let's take a look at the script that now runs the load widget process. This upload widget script you do need to give it the widget name in order for this to work now. It will go and find, if we're not in development mode, it will go and find that widget here in lines 10 through 20, and it will then load that code into the web viewer. So you do need to give it a widget name, but you're a FileMaker developer. I think you can figure out a way to use this one load widget script and have it load any number of widgets that are throughout your system. I'm sure you can figure that out. Over here in the code base, you can take a look and see what's going on here, but there's really not a whole lot that you need to worry about. The only thing that you would do when you first create a widget is to give it a new name and give it a file target. Remember, you can work in any file that you want as you're testing. And I would recommend that you get this into the client file as soon as possible. The only thing that's different really is that the upload script now will use that configuration that was in the widget.config.js file. In the past, I have suggested people come into here and update the variable values here, but now we don't have to even touch this script. All we need to do is touch that widget.config.js file. This update is available now. It's part of the new template, and it is going to change the way that I do my work and that you do too. I don't have to worry about having multiple scripts. I don't have to worry about the deploy method overwriting another widget all in the same file. All of this will work just perfectly, just nicely. In later videos, I'll share examples of me using this, but I just wanted to give you the heads up on the update. All right, that's it. The JSDev environment just got a whole lot better. Talk to you later.